What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you all are having a very blessed and wonderful day. Today's video is going to be regarding a developer report that we have just gotten regarding Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, in which they're going to be addressing some of the issues and bugs that we have been dealing with since not only release but early access as well. And this report comes straight from the game developer himself, Axel. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, hello people of Metropolis. In the midst of exploring the Elseworlds and dodging Brainiac's skull ship's tentacle lasers, we wanted to give you all some more context and details around some of the content in our upcoming patch. After launch, we noticed that some of our more dedicated players have started reaching mastery levels beyond our wildest expectations, and when we looked into this, we noticed that there seemed to be something amiss with the burn status effect. That is definitely facts. Now, this effect was supposed to scale in a certain way across the mastery level so that it can remain as a viable way to deal consistent damage. When we look deeper into this issue based on the loadouts that have been used, we found that there was a major unattended bug that made burn not scale correctly. As mastery levels increased, the burns damage also increased, which basically meant that if you used a burn build, every mastery level had the same difficulty. This left us with somewhat of a conundrum. Our most dedicated players has now reached a mastery level far beyond what the game was balanced for at launch due to this bug, and weren't getting the challenge or variety that we wanted our in-game to provide. So we had to ask ourselves, what can we do to fix this? And most importantly, should we fix it at all? Our in-game philosophy around mastery is pretty straightforward and rests on three core pillars of our game: traversal, combat, and build construction. In the mastery of these pillars, we want you all to be rewarded when you master your character's traversal, you master the combat mechanics, and you master the exploration and construction of different builds in the game. That's why we call it mastery. We want you to surprise us with the powerful builds that you can find and construct. We want you to continuously find a new meta and then break it by finding a better one. While there is no doubt that the burn build is a really powerful and fun build, it should be, we didn't intend for it to be the only viable in-game build for launch and beyond. And I actually spoke about this in my last video, because that's one of the main issues when in-game. Once you hit mastery level like 50 to 55 and you go forward, all of the other afflictions pretty much become useless. Like a lot of builds, like I would say like more than 70% of builds get outphased because they can't keep up with the scaling. And Diablo Blaze, which is the burn effect, that is the only thing that actually keeps up, and it sucks. Like, it's not good at all. So I'm glad this being addressed. Now, what are we doing? We are fixing the bug with the scaling or lack of scaling on the burn effect. Burn should still remain viable in higher mastery levels and will correctly scale with damage taken effects on enemies as originally intended, but burn will no longer scale indefinitely. That was the issue. Now, what about the leaderboards? Since this change will be pretty fundamental to the leaderboards and your continued progression on them, we are committed to creating a new leaderboard for you all so that you can continue to explore the different builds in game. All of the entries on the current leaderboard will exist in perpetuity and will be a permanent record of all your achievements. We want to applaud you all for both your dedication on getting this high in the mastery levels and also breaking the game. Kudos. This new leaderboard for Finite Crisis will become the active one for all players, and in the leaderboard menu you will be able to swap back to watch your previous entries glorified for all to see. You are therefore immortalized in the game's history for being as high as you did on that board. So if y'all want to be immortalized, I suggest y'all might want to go ahead, slap on them burn builds, and try to climb them leaderboards as quick as you can before this patch comes out. Now, what about mastery levels and enemy health? This was another issue that I spoke on in the previous video, because even if the burn scaling gets fixed, still doesn't change the fact that the enemy's health gets insanely high. And not only are you dealing with grunts who literally become tanks, they become just as bad as like destroyers, but you're also dealing with affliction immunity as well, which is another annoying thing. Now, one of the other fixes that we are doing is a direct result of feedback that we've received from you all. We've seen some comments suggesting that enemy health at later mastery levels was too high. It is, which makes the climb too steep past mastery level 50. We hear your concerns loud and clear, and we agree. Mastery level 15 and beyond is increasing enemies' health too much too quickly, and for that reason we are adjusting our approach to mastery level balancing. Enemy health will now increase in a much less aggressive way, with the intent that more builds will crop up as viable options. That brings us to the next piece of adjustments: the heat wave's molten skin and the turtle shell. I'm not gonna lie, both of these are gear pieces that I actually use, specifically the turtle shell, because I use that on, I think I have that on that. I have that piece on everybody but Shark, but I definitely have heat wave on I think I have heat wave on a boomer build as well. Now these two items will now reduce damage by 90% rather than give straight up immunity. At the moment, these items were too easy to trigger, and it is simply a bit too easy to keep the buff up, especially at mastery levels. And I could definitely see that, because the thing with turtle shell, as long as you're moving, you're going to keep that offensive boost, right? That attack increase. As long as you're moving, you're going to keep it. It's very easy to keep that up. Now, we want to skill players to need to use their mastery of their character's traversal in the mastery of combat mechanics and mastery of build construction to survive. In short, enemies will have less health on the higher mastery levels, and players will have to work a lot harder to avoid incoming damage. Now, what about all my progress? In case some of you are thinking about this, we want to be extra clear. Your unlocked mastery levels, your finite crisis rank, and all of the gear that you have acquired in your squad levels will not be reset. What's next? Moving forward, we're committed to giving you all a weekly developer update, be it big or small, to give you a better and deeper insight into what we're up to, what we got cooking, and in the coming weeks, we will give you a look into what's coming with season 1 and what longer term changes we're thinking about to improve the game for us all. Last thing, on behalf of the entire Rocksteady crew, I want to say a huge heartfelt thank you to our players for all the feedback and the passion that you show. We're stoked to be on this journey with you all, and we're looking forward to sharing more details with you all around what we're bringing to the game with the launch of our first season. Much love, and let's give Brainiac a bashing. That guy really deserves it. Now, what we're also going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the known issues channel as well. So Kane was the one that posted this up. These are all of the issues that are known and issues that are currently being worked on. So as you can see below our list of known issues and their current status, this is not a comprehensive list of all known issues, as it primarily focuses on those with the most notable player impact. In addition to this, we have also released some zero downtime server updates with the following changes: server improvements to resolve some server stability issues, and server improvements that aim to resolve some potential login issues. And players should now see a reduction in the above issues and have a more consistent experience. Issues with workarounds. These issues are being targeted for future fixes. However, in the meantime, we have identified workarounds that can be used to bypass them while we investigate. So for Steam players that are receiving the error not in Argus database when trying to invite other Steam friends, workaround: set matchmaking to open the friends and then use the Steam overlay to invite players to a session. Now, the grenade gear slot becomes or remains locked after finishing the Don't Blow It mission in chapter 2. Workaround: head over to Penguin and craft a grenade while in control of the affected squad member and then equip them. So example, if a grenade slot is locked on King Shark, just go to Penguin while still playing as King Shark, craft a grenade, and then equip it, and that should fix it. Now, Firearm 2 slot becomes locked. Workaround: head over to Penguin and craft a weapon while in control of the affected squad member and then equip them. Same as the grenade workaround. Now, the pre-order, deluxe, touch drops, and loot the coins are missing or have not been added to an account. We recently implemented some fixes that should reduce the number of players with this issue. However, if you are still missing your items, we advise you to we would advise you to contact customer support. Now, losing game progress. Workaround: in some cases, we have observed that this has been caused after players have unlinked their WB Games account and relinked it to another. Game progress is linked to your WB Games account, so switching it will cause this. Progress can be reclaimed by logging into the original WB Games account. Alternatively, if you continue using the same WB Games account, then this issue should no longer happen. We will continue to monitor instances of this happening. Next up, Issues under investigation. Loading into a game session sends you back to the login screen. We are continuing to fix affected players. If you are experiencing this issue, please report it here. I'm gonna put the link for WB Games support down in the description below. Infinite loading or crashing screens during signing in to WB services. Note, we have managed to resolve these issues for a portion of players, but we're still continuing to investigate for possible causes. Errors retrieving the EULA. Legendary and Notorious gear losing their augments when overhauling the weapon with Penguin. Deadshot not animating correctly or appearing in the rival taunts of other squad members. And then resolve issues rating elite. Resolve issues that are currently awaiting release. So like these issues are already fixed. We just need the patch to go out for them to be implemented. Players blocked from increasing their finite crisis rank or unlocking mastery levels after playing with a friend that has already progressed beyond mastery level 30. Note, this can be avoided by playing through the introduction to in-game and completing the mayhem mission before playing with friends at higher mastery levels. Twitch drops not being given to players. Ivy sometimes being invisible or missing the cinematics. Players being unable to pay to play in incursion missions when playing with friends. This is a glitch that I've definitely ran into multiple times on stream, and I'm very much glad that the issue for this is coming right away. Also, I stream on Twitch, so if you guys want to come hang out, go ahead and take a look at my Twitch. The link is down in the bio below. I'm more than likely, actually no, not more than likely, I am going to be streaming on the same day this video goes up, so come over there and let's hang out. Continuing, shield harvesting contracts not being tracked, voice chat not working with opening matchmaking to public, game crashing during shader optimization, and then various achievements not unlocking on platforms. And with that being said, that is everything that we currently know. That's everything that's currently being tracked in the known issues section that's impacting player performance. And then we've already gone over the whole developer update section as well. Now, honestly, I like the fact that we are hearing about this stuff. Granted, a couple of days beforehand would have been a little bit better, but it seems like they were trying to keep their head down just to, kind of like iron out some of these issues, but trying to fix these issues, getting these updates out the door as fast as they can. And then the whole, like, giving us a weekly developer update, be it big or small, just to let us know like what's going on, what's the status of the game, what's happening, what's coming. I definitely do like those. There are some positives and negatives in here, but there's definitely a lot more positives, and I do like to see that. I do hope that they continue to be more interactive with the community going forward, because that's always a good sign. But I mean, yeah, overall, this was a very important video. I'm glad that they finally spoke about this, and hopefully one of the bugs that they do fix would be regarding co-op, is to whereas jumping into co-op with friends will sometimes reset the augments that you have on your gear. Right, the moment that gets fixed, I'm back to playing co-op full time, but for the meantime, I'm pretty much running solo because I don't want to deal with that bug again. But yeah, that's going to go ahead and bring us to the end of this video. Hopefully you all have had a great and a wonderful time here. Let me know down below how you felt about this developer update. How did you feel about the current known issues that they are working on? Do you agree with some of them? Do you not? Are you enjoying the game? Let's go ahead. Let's start a dialogue. And as always, if you're enjoying the content that you're seeing here, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and smack that notifications bell so you won't ever miss out on any of my Suicide Squad related content. And I will catch y'all in the moonlight. Peace.